significant step is being taken concerning my appeal filing at the Finnish Court of Appeal. I have consistently maintained my innocence, and I believe the appeal process will give this case the fair and thorough examination it deserves. My legal team has worked diligently to build a strong and well-documented case. I want to thank everyone who has stood by me during this difficult time. To my supporters, I urge you to remain calm, peaceful, and patient. I remain hopeful, I remain strong, and I am fully confident release is assured.
Wait, before you scroll past this video, I need you to hear something. Because what is happening in Finland right now is something every Igbo person on this earth needs to know about. The man they tried to silence, he is fighting back. And the courts, they may have no choice but to listen. Stay with me because this video is about to change how you see this entire situation. My people in DI Igbo, welcome back to this channel. If you watched my last video, you already know I broke down why Simon Ekpa was arrested in Finland, what the charges were, who was behind the pressure, and why this case was never just about one man. If you have not watched that video, go and watch it after this one because everything I am about to tell you today builds on what we discussed there. Today we are going deeper because something has happened, something significant, something that the mainstream media is quietly ignoring, something that Nigerian television will not touch, something that Abuja does not want trending, but we will make noise about it today because that is what this channel is for. Simon Ekpa has filed an appeal at the Finnish Court of Appeal, and my people, this changes everything. Let us go back briefly for those who are just joining us. Simon Ekpa, the Finnish-Nigerian activist, the man who calls himself the leader of Biafra Independence League, the man some Igbo people call a freedom fighter and others call a destroyer of the Southeast, was arrested in Finland in late 2024. The Nigerian government had been pushing Finnish authorities hard, applying serious diplomatic pressure, pointing at Ekpa and saying this man is using European soil to destabilize our country. They lobbied, they sent briefs, they made calls at the highest levels of government. And Finland, a nation that prides itself on rule of law, on freedom of speech, on human rights, a country that consistently ranks among the best in the world for press freedom, arrested him, put him in detention, and the whole world watched. Now here is where it gets controversial, and I need you to stay with me because this is the part that will make some of you angry and make others of you think. You have to ask yourself a very simple question. Was this justice or was this politics? Because there is a difference, a big difference, and the Finnish Court of Appeal is now being forced to answer that very question. Through his legal team, Simon Ekpa filed a formal appeal at the Finnish Court of Appeal, which they call Hove-oikeus. This is not a small move. This is a serious legal challenge that puts the entire basis of his arrest under a microscope. The appeal is built on several powerful arguments. The first argument is that his arrest and detention directly violates Finnish constitutional protections on freedom of expression. Now understand this, Finland does not play with free speech. It is not like Nigeria where the government can wake up one morning and decide your voice is a crime. Finland guards expression with everything. Their constitution is clear. Their courts take it seriously. And Ekpa's lawyers are standing on that ground firmly and saying this man was arrested for speaking, not for committing a crime on Finnish soil. The second argument is that the charges against him, which are connected to alleged incitement and activities linked to the sit-at-home orders in southeast Nigeria, do not meet the legal standard required under Finnish law to justify keeping a man behind bars. Under Finnish law, to detain someone on charges this serious, the evidence must be strong, direct, and clear. His lawyers are arguing it is none of those things. The third argument, and this is the one that should make every single person watching this video sit up straight, is that the evidence used to arrest him was shaped and influenced by pressure from a foreign government, Nigeria. If that argument holds water in court, this does not just become a case about Simon Ekpa. It becomes a diplomatic scandal. It becomes a question of whether Nigeria was able to use Finland's legal system as a tool to silence a voice it did not like. That is enormous. That is the kind of thing that shakes international relationships. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are already typing in the comments. You are saying, why are you defending this man? Do you know how many Igbo people suffered because of sit at home? Do you know how many market women lost everything? How many children sat at home for years and fell behind in school? How many young men were killed in the Southeast during that period? Do you know the tears, the hunger, the frustration? And I want to be honest with you, that pain is real. I am not dismissing it. The destruction in the southeast is real. Many Igbo people, good, hardworking, innocent Igbo people, suffered greatly during those years, and many of them hold Simon Ekpa responsible. That anger is valid, that grief is valid. But here is what you must understand. The Finnish court is not being asked whether Simon Ekpa is a good man or a bad man. It is not a court of morality, it is a court of law. The question before that court is simple and specific. Was his arrest lawful? Was the process followed correctly? Was a foreign government allowed to reach into European justice and use it against someone they simply wanted silenced? And that question matters for every Igbo person, every Nigerian, every African living in Europe today. Because if Abuja can whisper into Finland's ear and get a man arrested today, who is next tomorrow? Which activist? Which journalist? Which ordinary person who simply speaks their mind online? Legal observers watching this case closely say that if the appeal succeeds, Ekpa walks free and Finland faces serious questions about how it handled this entire situation. If the appeal fails, his team is already prepared to take this to the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. That court has overturned decisions by much more powerful nations than Finland. Either way, this story is far from over. This is just the beginning. My people, share this video. Let every Igbo person in the diaspora know what is happening. Let the Igbo man in London know. Let our sister in Houston know. Let our brother in Dublin, in Toronto, in Berlin know. Because when they come for one voice using lies and political pressure, silence from the rest of us is dangerous. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think Simon Ekpa deserves to be free, or do you believe Finland made the right call? Let us talk, respectfully, honestly. Like this video, subscribe and turn on your notifications because my next video is going to be even bigger than this one. Ibo kwenu yeye.